Hi guys, I'm Ross from Seconds Out Fight Store. Today we're reviewing the winning CM-50 Air Focus Pads, or soft style punch mitts as they're commonly known. These focus pads are handmade in Japan to the very highest standards. They're actually made from an artificial leather, they're not made from proper leather, and that's probably one of the reasons that they're so lightweight. But don't let that put you off. As with everything that Winnin make, it is the very, very highest standards. They don't use cheap quality materials, so even though it's not made from proper leather, it is top quality artificial leather. Often you can find with products, it doesn't always have to be, the perception is that leather is always the best for boxing equipment, but it's like anything, you get good quality leather, bad quality leather, and the exact same for artificial leather as well. So I wouldn't have any concerns about these pads not being made from proper leather. They are very, very durable and hard wearing. They come in this really nice striking red colour. They've got the Winnin logo on the front and the back. The first thing you notice when you pick them up is how lightweight they are. They weigh about 10 ounces each pad, which the same as a fight glove, which if any of you have tried on fight gloves before, you'll know that there's literally nothing in them. They're mega lightweight, and these pads, they just weigh, you'll not get an idea from the video, but they just weigh absolutely nothing. They look like they would be quite heavy from the size of them, but they're about the lightest focus pads on the market that I've ever tried on out of any brand, and that's really surprising given the size of them. It does have a nice large striking surface as well, so they are designed for hard impact shots, but they can also work speed because they only weigh 10 ounces, so they're not going to be big and bulky and clunky and difficult to hold for fast combinations. Air style of focus pads, these are called soft punch mitts by Winnin, but they're also known as air focus pads. A lot of brands do air pads, and what that is a very soft material all the way around, a soft inside padding, and in the center, I don't know if you can see in the middle there, but it is just an air center. There's some padding at the back of the pad, but when you push down on it there, it's an air padded area which will basically absorb the impact and disperse it all around the pad. So that's one of the good things about the pads being quite big, is it does absorb the impact really well and help protect the boxer's hand and the padman's hand. On the back of the focus pads, if we make our way around, you can see where the hand compartment is. There's a nice sort of thick padded area around here to protect the padman's or the back of his hand. The Winnin logo is stitched on in a nice sort of rubber material, and when you put your hands in the pads for the first time, it's quite a tight fit, but you get your hands in fairly comfortably. I don't have particularly big or small hands, but you know, I get my hands in there quite comfortable. If you do have longer fingers as well, you can see there's a bit of space there as well for people with longer fingers. On the fingertip area, you can see that my fingers are exposed here, but Winnin also do a version of this where you can get the pads with a covered section there. It's good to have your fingers exposed in one way because it'll help with breathability, help keep your hands nice and cool when you're doing loads of rounds on the pads. Obviously, if you happen to throw for a particular combination, maybe an uppercut, and the boxer goes to throw a different combination, you're always at risk of your fingertips catching on the glove, which can be absolute agony. But you can see here there is a lot of extra distance just here between me and the end of the pad, so I wouldn't expect that to be too much of a problem. And these pads are worn by countless world champion trainers all over the world. Some of the biggest names in the sport wear them. Any coaches that I've spoke to that use these pads have never raised this as a concern. Even amateur coaches, they do just as many rounds, if not more, than a lot of pro coaches, and I've never had that as a problem with these pads at all. So I wouldn't have that as too much of a concern, but everyone's got a preference. Some people might prefer it with the fingertips covered. So that option is available, but be prepared to wait, because you're going to have to wait about 3 to 6 months. It's very rare that you'll find the fingertip covered version available for immediate delivery. These pads are hard enough to find as it is in the market without the fingertip area. So yeah, if you can find them, then if you do want the fingertip covered area, either be prepared to wait, or if you do see them by any chance, snap them up, because they are like gold dust. And making our way around to the front of the pads, you can see, as I said before, that soft padded area, the air design with the Winnin logo on the front. All the stitching most of it's actually just single stitch, which is quite surprising. There's parts of the area, parts of the focus pad that is double stitched as well, just around the zip compartment, round part of the hand compartment on the back as well. Parts of the fingertips is double stitched. or not so much double stitched, but they've went back on the stitching, so they've done the same bit twice to make it more of a thick, durable stitching. Usually I would have this as a bit of a concern, but because it's made by Winning, I wouldn't have any problems about these pads not lasting. They're as hard wearing as it gets, and as I said, the feedback I've had from any coaches that have used them is how good they are and how durable and hard wearing they are. So I wouldn't have any concerns about the stitching on the pads at all. One slight concerning thing, and Winning do this on all their focus pads, is they have a zip at the bottom of the focus pad. I don't know if you can see it in the video just there, but yeah, they've got a zip compartment here, and the zip compartment isn't going anywhere. I've tried to open it, which is good. It means it's not going to open up or anything when you're boxing, but the only reason I could think of having that zip compartment is if you need to replace the padding inside. But it doesn't seem like it's opening at all, and it just looks like one extra thing that could potentially catch on either the boxer or the pad man. But the same as I said before about the fingertips being exposed here, the same goes for this section here. It could happen. I mean, injuries do happen in sport, but it's not a massive concern, but it's just a strange thing. I don't know why they put a zip on that. In my opinion, if you didn't want to get into the pads, you'd be better just covering that up altogether. But yeah, Winning have been making boxing equipment far longer than I've been alive, so I'm sure there's a perfectly good reason for it. And again, I've never heard it raised as a complaint about the pads at all, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. Cost of these focus pads doesn't come cheap. As with anything Winning make, it is at the higher end of the price bracket. We sell these pads on our website for £350. They are very, very difficult to get, probably one of the most difficult things to get, along with the Winning lace-up sparring gloves. So if you do see them available anywhere and you know it's a reputable website you're buying from, I would definitely say snap them up, because they are like gold dust. We got a couple of pairs in the shop last week there, and this pair's just about to go out to a customer. So yeah, they are like gold dust. I would snap them up as quick as you can. For the money, £350, it's money well spent. They're going to protect your hand really well. They're very durable, very hard wearing. In my opinion, it's the best focus pad on the market. I don't think there's a better pad out there. It's the best one on the market. So if you do have any reservations about whether to spend the money on these, I would 100% recommend it. They are absolutely flawless. You can get these focus pads and lots more on our website at seconds-out.co.uk, where we do worldwide shipping. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel as well. We've got lots of videos coming out very soon, lots of new products and classic ones as well, some reviews, comparisons as well. So please subscribe to our channel and you'll be able to see all that first. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, questions, anything at all, please stick them in the section below. Always appreciate the feedback, and we'll see you next time. Thanks again. Cheers.